Mark had always been fascinated by old hotels. The creaking floors, the faded wallpaper, and the dimly lit halls seemed to hold stories untold. It was during one of his explorations that he came across Hotel Eldridge, an establishment tucked quietly away on the outskirts of town. With rumors of ghostly sightings circulating among locals, Mark could not resist the allure of its mystery. Upon entering, Mark was greeted by the hotel manager, Mr. Wilkins, a gaunt man with thinning hair who spoke in whispers. "Rooms 1 to 10 are available," he said, handing Mark an ancient-looking key for room 7, located on the 3rd floor. As the elevator ascended, Mark heard distant echoing sounds, almost like voices overlapping each other. When the doors opened, he stepped into a hallway that seemed trapped in time. Despite the signs indicating rooms 7 to 10 were to the left, Mark felt a peculiar urge to head right. Each step brought him deeper down a neglected, dim corridor. The paint peeled away from the walls like old skin, revealing layers of history beneath. He arrived at a dead end where there stood a door marked Room 6, an oddity given its absence from the registration. Curiosity piqued, Mark tried the handle. Surprisingly, it turned easily, and the door swung open with a creak, the sound lingering in the stale air. Inside was nothing but darkness, so opaque that his flashlight seemed swallowed by it. Mark stepped in, driven by an inexplicable pull, as though the room itself beckoned him. The moment he crossed the threshold, the door slammed shut behind him with a noise like a clap of thunder. Panic set in. Mark fumbled for the handle, but it wouldn't budge. The room seemed to swell around him, its dimensions shifting as shadows began to twist and swirl. Shapes emerged, ethereal figures, whispering in voices that overlapped and faded into one another. Mark's heart pounded as he realized he was not alone. The occupants were silhouettes of guests from times long past. One figure stepped forward, dressed in attire from decades ago, a woman with a tattered lace dress. She approached Mark, her voice a mere breath. "Room 6 isn't on the map," she murmured, "because it belongs to us." Mark stood frozen, his mind racing for logic amid the insanity. "What do you want?" he asked, his voice trembling. "To join us," the woman answered, the room echoing with the whispers of all who had been trapped there before. Suddenly, a flash of light split the darkness. Mark shielded his eyes, feeling the ground beneath him tremble. The whispers rose to a crescendo, and shadows seemed to dissolve into smoke. The door behind him swung open. Mark stumbled back into the hallway, gasping for air. Looking over his shoulder, room 6 was gone. In its place was an old supply closet filled with brooms and cobwebs. Breathless, Mark made his way back to the lobby. Mr. Wilkins was there, unflustered by Mark's jumbled explanation. "It's best not to wander," Mr. Wilkins said, a faint shadow of a smile playing at his lips. "Some rooms have a will of their own." Back home, Mark couldn't shake the memory. Eldridge's mystery lingered in his thoughts, leaving him to wonder if Room 6 truly didn't exist, or if it was just waiting for its next guest to cross its threshold.